Well, June 19 is an amazing event in Mexico. I'm very excited for that, especially because I'm fighting in the same card to the legend, Julio Cesar Chavez, and I fight with Chavez Jr., and I'm very excited for that. For me, it's more about challenge myself, test my mind and my body for new step and new challenge. I practice boxing for a long time, and this is the new challenge for me, because for everybody, maybe is not, everybody asks me, so why you do that? You don't need to do that. You don't need to prove it, nothing more for anybody. But it's not about prove nothing for anybody. It's about how much you love your job, how much you love everything you do in your life, And doesn't matter you're a fighter, you're singer, or different job you have. You don't have a passion, you don't love, don't do it, And that's I try to test myself every single day, That's I accept this challenge in my life, and that's I working hard for do my best.
What age were you when you started this training and this experience?
8 years old.
So you were 8 years old when you walked into your first gym, or
Yes.
Tell me about that. I just want to hear about
Wow, I'm in a school, and is a program in school, and my mom, I'm very crazy kid, and my mom just say, okay, I go put in the capoeira. Is a lot of people think the capoeira in Brazil is dancing, but it's not. It's the martial arts, and my mom put me in the capoeira for I'm training and take the discipline, and they say, okay, I think it's good. And I training and I feel more confident and I take more technique and I learn more and more and more, and I say, wow, this is great, this is good. And I take the passion for martial arts and I start training taekwondo and Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, boxing, and I never stop.
How do you describe your fighting style? Because you have incorporated so many different pieces of those. How do you describe the way you fought in the MMA world to everybody?
To put everything out, I try to put in my real energy outside to my body out, I try to prove for myself how much when I go inside the cage or the ring, I'm happy, and that's I put in my whole energy, and doesn't matter happen inside the ring or inside the cage, I just try to put in my heart and I put everything out, and the young kid come back and go inside the cage and go inside the ring, and I don't think about anything, only just stay happy and do your best. I mean, I grew up watching Bruce Lee and Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones Jr. in Jack Chan movements, and I just watching the movies, the Jack Chan, and say, oh my God, and I like this. Maybe I go try to do this, and and of course I'm not young anymore, but when I'm young, I try to do everything when I watching the movies, and my mom say, you crazy, stop. You hurt yourself, and say, okay, mom, I go stop, but I can't, it's more inside me, and yeah, I think is when I see this, my heroes, the Spider-Man, Bruce Lee, Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones Jr., Jack Chan and wow, Jean-Claude Van Damme, I just say, whoa, one day I go doing something the same, you know? And that's, I think, that's my style grow up, you know? That's I create my style. Well, I grew up in the house, my dad is cop, my brother's cop, and my mom teaching in school, and very disciplined in the house, and military discipline. I just wake up in the morning and my bedroom is completely clean, and go to school, back to home, and I think I remember when I young, I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky because my mom and my dad helped me a lot to make my life special and doing something for stay here right now. Let me tell you something. Just one secret, love. That's the secret. You know, I love. You know, I love my job. I love my life, you know. When I wake up every single day, I just look everything behind me and say, thank you, God. Thank you for everything you do it for me. Thank you for my family. Thank you for everything, you know. And I'm so happy, and I'm very lucky for stay here today, and let's go do it. One more day, one more challenge, and let's do it, you know. I don't like to promote the fight and talk bad about my opponent, and I mean, I think this is not about martial arts. And I think you need respect. Of course, you need to work, and everybody needs to work hard, and they need to promote the fight. But I think when you disrespect your opponent, you disrespect your fans, you disrespect the family watching you and the kids watching you know. And I have a responsibility with the kids watching. Why I pass for the kids, you know, and that's I don't like to talk nothing bad, you know, and that's I try to make good example, you know, especially because I have 5 kids, you know. Yeah, it's completely different. Yeah, I trained in box for a long time, but right now I train in only box, and I just start to 3 months ago training the technique, and change my hands, my movement with my footwork. And that's very interesting because it's a new challenge for me, you know, because I need to change my mind for everything new one, you know. I mean, it's not new one, but it's new one, you know. And it's interesting because your brain come to work and give the information for your body. It's very interesting how much you can change everything in your body when you take your focus and when you're doing something with your heart. It's incredible. You know, the big challenge is a footwork, you know, because boxing is more the position and footwork, you know, and the hands whole time is in the top for protect you. You know, you never put your hands down because it's one movement done, you know. You can do nothing, you know. Boxing is completely different, you know. I mean, I have a good coach, you know, and my professor, Doria, is a very good coach, and my coach here, Nico, and I have a lot of big friends here in United States, and I have a lot of experience in boxing, and a lot of people come help me, And I'm very lucky because it's not about my sport. It's about how much I create the relationship with friends, and everywhere where I go, I can go and the people come to help me, and that's I try to, every single day I try to pass for my sons, do your best you can, and doesn't matter happen in your life, just don't do it nothing bad, just try to help when you have a chance for help. You don't have a chance for help, don't do nothing bad, that's I do in my life, and that's I'm lucky because a lot of people help me to this fight right now. Well, in the morning I have a physical training, 6 a.m. The 6 a.m. 6:30 in 45 minutes, and I rest, and I go training boxing, and 10:30 for 12. And I rest again, and back home and doing physiotherapy and rest. The coach Doria is a very good coach. He have a lot of experience in boxing, and is a very good coach because he have a lot of experience. He's make the big championship in Brazil. The name is Acelino Popó. Is a champion in the box. And my coach here, Nico, is a very special coach and helped me a lot, and my friends too. My son Gabriel is a good talent and have a good boxing and helped me a lot. And I'm so happy because every single person, when I talking about this challenge in my life, the people say, I'm stay with you, let's do it, I know where your mind right now, and let's do it, and I'm happy. That's very interesting because sometimes my son, when I talking about this fight, my son, I'm in Brazil, and I call my son and say, hey Gabe, you see the news? And Gabe, yes, Dad. What happened to you? You crazy? I say, I'm crazy, huh? And my son say, yeah, I know you're crazy, Dad. Okay, let's do it. And I say, I know it's tough, and that's good challenge in my life. And it's funny because Gabriel say, I don't know it's a good challenge for you, but I go make your life hard because I go beating you a lot. And say, okay, good. Thank you for helping me, Chavez Jr. is a very good boxer and have a lot of experience, and I think I need you working hard more in my mind and take my time, I don't need to prove nothing for anybody. And I think it's a good moment for us, and I think it's a very interesting fight, He's a very good fighter. I respect a lot. I respect your dad, and the family have a story inside the boxing, It's a very strong family in the boxing world, and I'm very excited for that.
Give away your approach.
That's very interesting because when I training for my fights, doesn't matter it's boxing or MMA or jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai, I never talking about my opponents. Why my opponents have better in me, better than me. I just training hard and working my good skills, and I don't think about my opponent because I believe in this don't help me, just give me distraction. Because when I using that and try to think about, oh, my opponent uses that, oh, it's good this, and have this good hands, I stop working my best side and keep my focus only in my opponent. And that's not good. And that's I learned in martial arts. Working your side, working hard, and try to make your skills better and better, you know? And that's I doing the same in boxing, you know? I'm very happy and I'm very completely happy in my sport, in MMA sport. And this is my dream for many, many years and for a long time ago. And I remember in my, I think it's my second fight in UFC, I just, you know, my dream is fight with Roy Jones Jr. And I tried to make this real in my life, but it's not happening. But I think now it's not with Roy Jones, but happening with this amazing and the legend, you know, Chavez Jr. And I'm so happy, you know, because this matter happen when you putting something in your mind, something good. Doesn't matter how much time, but something happened. It just has happened to me right now, you know, because I'm think and I put in this energy in my mind and say, whoa, you know, I'm not fight MMA anymore. Maybe I fight, maybe not, but you know, in this time right now, boxing is a good challenge for me because, you know, I don't have nothing for proof for anybody. Why not? And a couple of days ago, my phone, I answered my phone and, what's up? You ready for fight? I say, what? Fight where? Who? Oh, boxing. Okay, yeah. When? How many times I have to train? How many months? And the people say, yeah, you have a time just. And I call my coach and say, hey guys, let's do it. And everybody say, okay, you ready for that? I say, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready, let's go. My motivation is I saw a lot of people don't have the same opportunity I have, the same opportunity you have, and doing something better and better, you know. And one day I come to the hospital here to see the kids have a cancer, and I mean, that's my motivation because when I saw the kids and every single kids inside the hospital is make something strong for continue survive, you know, and fighting hard for life, you know. And I saw the kids so happy, you know, and that's my motivation. When I wake up every single day, I say, thank you, God. I continue to do it, something good, something I learned for a long time, and I continue to do it because I'm perfect, you know. And I have my kids, you know, of course, sometimes it's tough because the kids is crazy, but you know, it's fine, you know, because the kids is okay. I don't have a problem with my kids, you know, it's amazing kids. And I say, you know, thank you, God, thank you for everything. And that's my motivation for continue do it every single day my job and try to change my life and change the life of the people behind me, you know. I have the program in Brazil with my partner, Rodrigo Vidal, is the Muay Thai College Academy. And yeah, in academy, I have a lot of kids. And here, I'm not open the school for kids, but because I don't have time. But in the future, that's my goal, you know, in teaching, not fighting, but the concept for martial arts, how much you can change your life when you learn the martial arts, the real philosophy, the martial arts, you know. And when you're doing something, when you put in something special inside the heart of the kids, and especially the kids, because the kids is so poor, you know. And when you put in that inside the kids, you grow up the strong base, you know. That's I believe in, you know. That's I'm here because my mom, my dad helped me, and the martial arts helped me, and my coach, my masters helped me a lot. Well, I never imagined that in my life, you know. When I start, for me, I just take my black belt and teaching the same my masters, and open my school, all come cop the same my dad and my brothers, and try to help people. But I don't know, I think God using the different in different situation to help people, you know, and doing something more, you know. I don't know. Wow. It's tough moment everybody live right now in the world, you know, especially because that situation, you know, the virus, and that's the big show come in Mexico, you know, and I'm very excited, and I'm surprised to every single person work and involved in this show, how much working hard to make something for the people in Mexico, you know. And I'm very excited because the Mexican people is a very similar for Brazilian people, you know. It's the good energy, and I'm very excited, you know. I'm very excited to go to Mexico, and I have a lot of friends in Mexico, and I'm very excited to go to Mexico. Well, I never been there and fight in Mexico, you know, but
in any of your big fights, you've got
yeah,
you
but
feel that energy, don't you?
I think in Mexico it's completely different. But I'm very excited for that, you know. Yeah, I mean, the world's change, you know. Is the both sports change a lot. I think the boxing is more traditional, and have more traditional fighters and legends. Of course, the MMA too, but MMA is young, you know, and it's changed a lot because you have the different platforms right now. You have the different vision right now. You can watch in the fight in your phone, and you know, and right now the people like to see the good shows. You know, the people like to see the good fighters and the good challenge. You know, that's I think the world's change, and that's I believe in the crossover with the MMA guy inside the boxing, or the boxing guy inside MMA is completely interesting because the people try to open your mind for, oh my God, I go see this fight. It's very interesting, you know. Of course, it's not easy, but it's compared to the MMA guy come to fight boxing, or the guy fight boxing come to MMA is completely different, you know. But I think this is very interesting, you know, and I think the more important is the people involved in these big shows think about how much is important entertain people and doing something special for everybody watching in your house. My fans in Mexico, my fans in Brazil, here in the United States, and my fans in the world. June 19, me and Chavez Jr. in Mexico, amazing fight. My fans here, my fans in Mexico, my fans in the world, watching. Stay tuned.